Well, back guys to Fog Entertainment. We are here now with another character spotlight, and we are looking at Miguel Galindo. And what a character this guy was. Started off pretty good and then ended pretty poorly. Died at the age of 40. He was the son of Galindo cartel founder Jose Galindo, and he was a major character on the Mayans MC, a spin-off of the FX original series Sons of Anarchy, played by Cuban-American actor Danny Pino. He makes his debut in the series premiere episode, and he makes his last appearance in the series finale. He did span 47 episodes, so, you know, only missed 3 episodes. I believe most of the episodes he missed was actually in, like, season 4. And of course, we're going to get into it, but before we get into it, his background. What was his background, damn it? Well, his background was his family. His daddy was Jose Galindo. Actually, turns out Jose Galindo isn't his daddy, it was Felipe Reyes, so how you remember that? But, you know, his mother was Dita Galindo, his brother was Cristobal Galindo, and he has a son, of course, Cristobal Galindo II. So Jose, you know, raised him, but his real daddy was Felipe Reyes, and that just throws a can of worms into the mix, because that means his half-brother is now Ezequiel Reyes and Angel Reyes, which is just a bit of a mess, and it means Maverick Reyes as well as his half-nephew. Of course, he did have his wife, Emily, but the less said about Emily, the better, because guess what, guys? Emily absolutely sucks. But, you know, Galindo, as the show starts off, tells you his personality. He's everything that can be expected of a cartel boss. He's cold-hearted, ruthless, and ambitious. He runs his business seriously and has very little patience for failure or opposition. He will use violence to deal with either without hesitation. Now, I think he is a bit poor, to be honest, in terms of like the way, like he like, there is elements where he just does let Emily walk all over him. Make no mistake about it. In my opinion, he does. But in terms of his background, he did have an Ivy League education. He is very good at, you know, navigating both sides of the border. But he essentially rose to the top of the Galindo cartel because his father, Jose Galindo, died, damn it. He absolutely died. And we are first introduced to Miguel in Season 1 when the motorcycle club, Santa Padre of the Mayans MC, damn it, inform him that their shipment was hijacked and they've stole 2.4 million worth of product. Now, we do see him here, you know, torturing Samoans, and we're introduced to this guy and he's serious, man. And then, you know, after this, we do see the kidnapping of his son. And to me, I think this is where Miguel Galindo lost pretty much all his credibility for me, because he didn't do an awful lot to get his son back. I'm sorry. Like, his son was missing for, like, what felt like, in terms of a timeline, for, like, 3 weeks. Maybe more. Like, his son's out there, and you know, he's just bitching, like, blaming Emily, but I thought he was safe. I left him with his mother. I mean, really, I think that's a pretty cheap card to play, to be honest. But what I would say is, regardless, like, the Mayans feared him. The Mayans feared him absolutely. Like, as much as the Mayans feared him, maybe not many other people did. But of course, in episode 2, he does hear about the news that his son has been kidnapped and a few of his men have been killed. And of course, he is advised throughout these episodes for Dita and Defante's like, oh, maybe you should just give up on your son. But fair play to Miguel. He stands tall here and says, I'm not giving up on my son. What sort of fucking shite logic is that? An absolute shite logic it is. And then throughout the next couple of episodes, he's not depressed, but like, they don't really find anything for his son. Like, Galindo's kind of just a background character, watching from afar. Well, I mean, he's like, he tortures like the odd person, but he's kind of just watching from afar as, like, Emily meets with Easy. Then he has, like, a few meets with Easy that are alright, like, but there's nothing really, you know, mental going on in these episodes. But yeah, guess what, guys? Eventually, he does manage to find the big man. He does get his son back now, of course. He does get the meet with Adelita, but then it's a trick where he ends up getting arrested. Then they have a sit down and terms are made. And guess what? They're going to work together, much to the annoyance of Devante. But due to all this and this deal that has to go down here, Miguel ends up sacrificing Devante just to please Adelita. And that's pretty much like all he does here in the second half of the season. Now, he does get arrested, right? Blah, blah, blah. He gets arrested by Lincoln Potter, man. Lincoln Potter. Who really cares? Lincoln Potter fucking arresting him here. Kind of just like filler at this point. It's like, how many times do we need to see Miguel arrest it here in this season. But I tell you what, who knows? Dita also does find the whole X-rays that Castrobel really did die of ammonia. It wasn't the other cartel, damn it. And then, of course, season 1 ends with Miguel deciding that he wants Alvarez as his head of security now. He doesn't want Nestor in there. Defante's dead. And again, I totally disagree with the killing of Defante for me. Miguel, for me, it was idiotic to actually kill Defante. Yes, he lied about how his brother died, but I'm sure Jose Galindo was a part of that lie too. Anyway, bit fucking ludicrous if you ask me, but like I say, he started this season strong, and I think by the end of the season, his character had fucking nosedived. But maybe in season 2, he could redeem it. Moving into season 2 though, of course, we did have in the time skip a fire at Galindo's house. Dita, oh no, her head was burnt off, by God. But no, I didn't like about this season, right, for Galindo. Like I said, I think Galindo is just absolutely at this point nosedived off a cliff. And also, he has a part to play in almost ruining the Marcus Alvarez character. Why is Alvarez at his side for 2 seasons, man, in this show? Can't believe it. But essentially what season 2 boils down to being is that he's under the thumb of Potter, but he's trying to please Adelita at the same time. That is what it happens here. You're led to believe that maybe potentially Miguel is the father of Adelita's baby, and it's just not. Of course, the mercenaries do kidnap Alvarez here in this season, but for me, this is just absolute filler. You've also got Dita and Felipe meeting up in the background. He's just not doing enough. And when he's asking Alvarez to do certain things, I need to know your loyalty's say. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But for season 2, he actually literally does nothing. He just does not do an awful lot. It's just a lot of him and Ha. The club stuff in season 2, I mean, I just prefer club stuff in general, but the club stuff in season 2 absolutely smokes what Miguel, Alvarez, and Potter are doing, man. It's just filler. Absolute filler. You have a few confrontations between Emily and Miguel. Are you sleeping with that woman? Are you sleeping with that woman? It's just not fucking happening, big man. And then, of course, you've got Emily wanting to do her agriculture park thing, and Easy accidentally kills Marlon, and he's like, did you kill her? Did you kill Marlon, man? Not actually happening. And then, of course, in the season 2 finale, Paco gets his car stolen by Dita. Dita then lets the Reyes family kill her because guess what, damn it, she is the one that killed their mama, back in the flashback. She's the one that ordered the hitman, which was Happy to date. So there you have it, guys. Happy Lumen then put this shitstorm in motion. I honestly, this is Miguel sees the Miguel Galindo character's so overrated, and you've got so many people on Twitter that mark out about him and say, it's the same with Hank. Can't imagine my Wednesday nights without Miguel Galindo or Hank. I can at least with Miguel, he got a lot of screen time in his own storylines. What did Hank ever get? But anyway, guys, this season does end with a dead Dita, and then going into season 3, Miguel Galindo has shaved his beard. And to be honest, I almost preferred this look on Galindo. Don't know what it is, but I almost really did. Now, of course, he's unraveling after his mother's death. He's trying to find out who did it. He blames Paco. He's blaming the nanny. He's blaming Dr. Luna, the psychologist that was seeing Dita. By God, he has a nightmare about Dita in these episodes. He brings out Nestor, Alvarez, and Paco to the desert, and then, of course, he kills Paco. And, not exactly the biggest death ever, but, I mean, this death resulted in Alvarez having to look after Paco's kids, so, I mean, that's pretty much what happened there. Miguel then goes to Mexico. Who really cares? Then he returns. And Emily tries to have sex with him, and he's like, no, I do not want to do that. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it, damn it. I am not fucking doing it. I do not want to have it with my wife. By God, Miguel Galindo does not want to do it. And he also fucks Paloma, damn it. Crazy stuff Miguel doing, but we're introduced as well to the LNG, and this is when the LNG begin their stranglehold over Galindo and kind of just take over. But the fact that this guy has to go, essentially, he's just an absolute jobber, isn't he? He's just an absolute jobber. I mean, we do have the scenes where he confronts Felipe as well about it, but You know, Felipe is never gonna tell him, damn it. He's never gonna tell him. Or will he? I guess he will tell him relatively soon, won't he, to be honest? But Miguel is told by Nestor and Alvarez about, you know, the LNG. He keeps getting updates, but he's never really like patched in throughout this season for me. And then finally, in the episode in season 3, a mixed up and splendid rescue, he finally decides to clear Dita's belongings. So yeah, he finally manages to do that, but he makes his way to Maria's house and apologise for Emily's behaviour, of course. So yeah, who knows how this is going to go down. Is Miguel going to sort out his wife? Is he going to absolutely fucking make the mistake, damn it? Who knows? And then he gets home to Emily. He's contemplating what he wants to do with Emily. He really, really is, isn't he? Like, he really wants to fucking lay the smack down. He then takes Alvarez and Nestor out to the desert. He's like, I need to know where your loyalties lie, Jefe. You need to kill Ezekiel Reyes. Is he going to kill Ezekiel Reyes, man? Who knows? But then in episode 9 of season 3, the House of Death floats by. This could have been the greatest moment in the Mayans MC history. Miguel could have killed Emily, but he didn't, guys. He let her live. Then in the season finale of season 3, he literally calls Nestor and is like, is Alvarez really up for killing Easy? And Nestor's like, nope. And he's like, I need to know what you need to do if he doesn't carry out his task. Of course, Nestor doesn't actually kill Alvarez. They don't kill Easy. They don't come through in that. And then Miguel essentially has to wait in his helicopter and he takes off. Emily and Cristobal leave him behind. He leaves them behind. He flees Santa Padre alone. By God, he's had to leave his wife. And Miguel flees in his helicopter. And I almost feel like this just would have been a better ending. Like, if he just left like this and it was never seen again. But instead, what happened? We go into season 4. And I believe this is where he misses the 3 episodes at the start of season 4. And this is where Miguel Galindo completely and utterly, for me, just goes off the rails. Here he is. He's now sporting a lengthy beard and haircut. Where is Tomas? He befriends a kid, Tomas, and then guess what? The LNG turn up. Big Alexandro turns up and fucking kills the young boy. Then in the episode, When I Die, I Want Your Hands on My Eyes, he buries Tomas. He buries Tomas. He then gets inside a car and then he tells Luis, let's drive, amigo. So yeah, Miguel and Luis make their way back to well, they're trying to make their way back to their America, but they do get attacked by some woman here. It's just, what the fuck is Miguel doing? You know, what is Miguel doing? He gets kidnapped and it turns out this is the LNG, and then this is essentially where he tag teams here with Soledad. And then he appears outside Marcus Alvarez's house for a deal. Let's do this deal. Let's make all the heroin, damn it. And what I would say, this is probably Miguel's like strongest period of the show, the back end of season 4 for me. Like, Elgin James gets a lot of slack, but here, you know, he returns. He has a shave. He's looking good. He's at the back at the head of the cartel with LNG. He kills Erin Thomas. He gets his son back. He gets his wife back. He's back on top with this deal with the Mayans, and then to make matters even worse, he finds out for Felipe that they did kill Dita, but it turns out, I am your real daddy. It was not Jose Galindo, and that Easy and Angel are your brothers. You're not going to kill them, their family. Like, for me, that's where we all, like, piece together for Galindo. Season 4 ending on such a high note, and as we go into the final season with that big reveal, that should have come out. I honestly cannot believe that secret did not come out and the Reyes brothers never knew. Apart from like a little look for Angel, he's like, what's going on here? Why has he got photos of us on his hand? Damn it, which Angel never even brought up to Easy. It's a joke that never came out. And like, I mean, Angel might find out, but he's not in the club. He's literally distanced himself from everybody in Santa Padre, and the only 2 guys, well, the 3 guys that the secret would matter to are dead. Felipe's dead, Easy's dead, and Miguel's dead. But, you know, let's not talk about the highs of Miguel in Season 4. It's time to talk about the lows of Miguel in Season 5. Now, of course, all the heroin did get burnt down, guys, so the club are not exactly in the cartel's good books, but, you know, they steal a shipment for San Bernardino and try and sell them guns. But it turns out those guns are not going to do, because they're now getting their guns for Cole, the cartel. So Cole's reintroduced to the series. Miguel warns Easy. It's like, you don't be doing that, big man. And then, you know, he goes with Soledad, gets berated a few times. That scene where Soledad is standing next to him, and Miguel has to get down on his fucking ass just to be at height level where to kind of like speak back to her was kind of funny, and then she just shut him up. Miguel getting absolutely neutered this season. He thought he was getting closer with Emily, but she was plotting an escape in the background. He then goes to Angel, threatens him, says that, here, I'm warning you, don't let Easy do what he's doing, it will come back to bite you. And then what happened, guys? This whole beef about the pipeline, the cartel, never came to fruition. Miguel never came back and confronted the Reyes brothers about this whole thing going down. Adelita killed a few members of the cartel, and that was it. Miguel just met with the district attorney person and made a deal to bring Potter down. And then guess what? He showed up at the funeral of Felipe, was told by Easy and Angel, you don't really want it. And then, I mean, there was a few Miguel Felipe scenes as well, but I mean, I'm not going to talk about that, it's just a waste of time. The LNG completely died out this season, just died like that, so abruptly. And then in the final episode, he thought he was going to make the deal right on Potter, but guess what happened, guys? Emily decided to act, killed Luis, killed Miguel. Miguel died. Emily lives with her son. Miguel dies. The legacy of the Galindo family is fucking right here. Absolutely dead. I mean, I guess you could say Cristobal's still alive, but for fuck's sake, what a shite final season for this character, man. Honestly, dropped the ball with this guy so much. Could have been so much better than what he was. But guys, I'm going to give Miguel Galindo a 6 out of 10. You know, for a guy that featured so prominently in a show, it really should be a higher rating, considering, you know, he's the leader of the cartel and so much shit he was involved with. But it was so much simple changes could have been made to turn this guy into like an 8 out of 10 character. Here, maybe a 9. But they fucked up numerously. Both Kurt Sutter and Elgin James for that reason. But anyway, guys, that is it for your Miguel Galindo character spotlight. And until next time, peace.